What about the vacation with pay issue? Now, they haven't settled that. If they run into some more problems tomorrow, what role will you play in that?
I won't play any role. I won't play any role in that. That's a matter for the legislature. That's a matter for that body to determine, and they just have to determine the matter for themselves. That's not a matter for the executive branch of the government.
You wouldn't even step in if the lieutenant governor declared this the 22nd meeting day already?
There's no reason to step in. The legislature makes its own rulings, and I'm in the executive branch, and they in the legislative branch, and so they're independent. Well, when you say abolish the Water Improvement Commission, I think there are those who want a different setup in that they want representation for the public maybe increased on the commission. And let me say that I am for a strong water and air pollution bill. When I say strong, I mean a reasonable one, because we must take some steps in this field of curbing pollution, and I think industry is going to do that. But we cannot have a bill that's going to close every industry in this state down and put thousands of people out of work. So there's going to have to be a meeting of the mind, and there's going to have to be a reasonable approach to the matter of pollution. I think we should have a strong bill, water and air, but we cannot have one that's going to close down and put everybody out of work.
What about your weekend trip to Nashville? How do you feel about your reaction to that there?
Well, the reaction was good in Nashville. As you know, I carried Davidson County in Nashville in 1968, and we had an overfull crowd at the Municipal Auditorium for our dinner. And I appreciate the fact that the people in Kentucky and Tennessee put on the dinner for me. I didn't make any decision about what we're going to do in '72, but it was a very successful meeting.
Well, there's been some speculation on the President's visit last week and what effect this might have on you.
Well, I think it's good to see the President of our country come to Alabama. I was delighted that he came. I think it's a great compliment to the people of this state for respecting the presidency as they do. I think that's the way it should be, and that's the way the people of the South respond in support of our system. And I think it's good that our efforts here in Alabama have made the leadership of both national parties, including the President, visit Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, Georgia. Every time you turn around, we have visitors like the President, the Vice President, and members of the Cabinet coming south when they used not to come our way. And I think that's good. And I think that our efforts in Alabama in 1968 had a great deal to do with this.
Governor, you were quoted as saying if the President doesn't keep his promises, we'll be back in '72. Does this mean you're closer to making a decision about '72 presidential campaign?
And also, there's plenty of time for the President to keep his promises about everything from neighborhood schools to the matter of inflation, the matter of taxes. And I sincerely hope that he does. I hope that by the year 1972, the President of our nation would have satisfied the overwhelming majority of the people of this state and the nation, and he would have solved whatever domestic problem he faces and whatever foreign problem he faces, because that's in the interest of our country. And no one wishes an administration to fail, because that's not good for the country. But it remains to be seen yet whether we'll be involved in '72.